The main driver behind the commercial property market in Scotland this year has been the occupational sectors, particularly offices and industrial, and especially around the cities and the city regions. The stock that's available for these occupiers who are currently expanding is in many cases obsolete or older, requiring refurbishment, and the investment in new development is relatively slow, although we're beginning to see a market cycle build now. Within the offices sector, the main story is the core city centres. In Aberdeen to the north, we're seeing the gradual take-up of buildings built over the last 2 or 3 years there. In Edinburgh and Glasgow, there's a pre-let market. In Edinburgh, the occupiers are very much waiting for the new buildings to begin to come out the ground before they commit, whereas in Glasgow, the occupiers are in some cases committing to the buildings before they're actually built, so it's a fully pre-let or pre-sold situation. In the industrial market, the main story is the gradual obsolescence of Scotland's industrial stock, which was mainly built 40 to 50 years ago. So we are seeing a situation of reducing supply, particularly quality supply around the cities and city regions. And what we saw over the last part of the market cycle was the likes of Glasgow and Edinburgh beginning to see falling vacancy rates and rising rents, whereas now that's rippling out to, in Edinburgh's case, Mid Lothian, Fife and West Lothian. And in Glasgow's case, some markets which have struggled in recent cycles, like East Kilbride, Cumbernauld, Kilmarnock, they're also beginning to form part of the prime market with rising rents and falling vacancy. The retail and leisure sector is much more mixed than the office and industrial markets. Within the retail sector, I think it's clear now that we've seen peak floor space. We've got a situation of gradually migrating spend to the internet, which is having good consequential benefits for distribution, logistics, and for our click and collect facilities. The city centres are robust and the main malls are robust, but it's the medium-sized and smaller towns that are struggling with that adjustment to a mix of different uses as the retail sectors gradually contract. It's not all doom and gloom. The leisure sector is doing a bit better. Restaurants had a bit of a pause there, but it's been a growth sector overall, as have cafes and other leisure outlets. And the hotel sector, off the back of business and recreational tourism, is very, very strong. The outlook for 2019 is really composed of two main factors. One is the overhang of the Brexit negotiations, which will lead to market uncertainty in early 2019 and perhaps a slowdown in activity in Q1. But underlying that are the strong market fundamentals of low supply, steady occupational demand and very tight markets, especially in the cities and especially in the industrial sector.